our Oakland Raiders franchise mode, basically, where it made sense that the only person that we could hire for the GM role would be Peter Shirley, as he would fit in with the whole Raiders aspect of crazy moves and yeah, basically whatever else he brings. But that was my basic reasoning behind it. Though, as I was watching the Penguins play the Islanders and saw they have an assistant coach who just happens to be named John Gruden. So, in a reality aspect of this, probably wouldn't make any more sense than to just hire John Gruden as the head coach of the Oakland Raiders. Anyway, to that, we completed the expansion draft and the first year entry draft in the first video, so now we will be moving on to free agency, which team is just looking to fill some holes. Although we don't really have a lot of cap space to do so. I'll go into free agency real quick. See there, we only have 5.4 million in cap space. Now the whole basis of what our roster's looking like so far is a mix of speed and body checking, so big hits, big speed. Feel that fits in well with the Oakland Raiders aspect. So someone that I would want to get in free agency because of the 94 speed and 82 body checking is Matt Duchene. Unfortunately, being that we only have 5.4 million cap space, that probably isn't a possibility at this juncture. So, just gonna try to trade maybe. I think Corey Schneider's making quite a bit of money, yeah. 6 mil. See if anyone can take him and would actually want him. Carolina, why would you want him? I guess as a backup, Scott Darling's a little lower rated. I don't see the reality in them paying like 12 million for 3 goalies, but if we find no one else, we'll come back to them. Chicago. Back up to Corey Crawford? Sure. That I could see more. Not really as outlandish. And they'd still have 5 million left over in cap space. Take it for a 4th? No. You know, let's just try not to screw them and take a 7th. Okay. If we, like, retain a little bit of salary. Like $1 million. Nope. They don't want it at all. Okay, on to the next one. Might not be able to move a Corey Schneider type deal. Montreal. Because Niemi's pretty lowly rated. Yeah, Lindgren would be their backup. Let's see if they'll take this one for a 7th. Again, they want money for their free agents as well. Nashville, don't they have a backup in USA Saros? They do. So I don't know why they want Corey Schneider. Yeah, it doesn't look like Schneider will be someone we can get rid of. Though I do have enough defensemen. Oops. Going down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would be Boyo. So Mark Pysyk could be someone that we trade. Boston would be right up against the cap. They probably wouldn't want to do it. Going back to Florida, I'm pretty sure that's who we drafted him from. They could definitely use him as their sixth defenseman, be either Melchiori or McDonald right now. Not trying to fleece them. A fourth round pick would be more than fair in my idea. Yep, and they take it. So after that, we are up to just under 7, or just over 7 million in cap space. Ugh. Honestly, we can look at what Matt Duchene might want if we give him a 7-year. He wants even more. $7 million would probably be a good spot. If we don't get him, we're probably not gonna be very competitive year one. We can definitely look into filling out the other holes on our team. So the only other position on the NHL roster we would need would be possibly a first line winger. I don't think we're going to be able to afford that unless some other team gives us some good trade deals. Pretty much everything down the AHL we could use. So I'm gonna sort by speed. Guy like Dmitry Kagerlitsky. Probably wants a two-way deal. Yeah, so honestly I'll give him a 3-year deal, $850. He could be a guy that ends up being maybe a depth forward in the NHL, or if not, he's just going to be a first line forward down the AHL. Although how I have my line set up, it looks like we have first liners and Scott Wilson and Sam Carrick as well down there, so pretty good forward wise. Obviously Eric Carlson, we're not going for Braden Point. Ika Kangasniemi does not have good body checking. What was Kagerlitsky's? 66 as well, but I'm willing to make one exception there just because of how good overall and how little money he wants. Mitch Marner. Brandon Peary doesn't have good body checking. I know the one GM mode I had of him, he did absolutely wonderful, but that doesn't mean we're able to put out the money for him. Leskinen, 76 body checking. Ooh, that's tempting. He's 24, doesn't have any stats. I'll wait on it. Ishikov doesn't have body checking. Andrei Burakovsky's gonna cost too much. Sam Betta. Anyone with the actual body checking that's not an NHL player. Don't need Tyler Myers. Brian Gibbons, he's 78 overall. He's probably gonna want an actual contract. Yep. Chris Bork, Jordan Wheel. What would Wheel want? He would only want a 2-way deal. You know, I'm gonna take him. He has 76 body checking, so not the worst thing in the world. And he'd be another guy like Kagerlitsky that could conceivably play in both the NHL or AHL depending on injury situations. Tara Hyra's only 66 body checking. Copp's a little too good for us. Richard Panik. What overall is he? 82. Definitely a little high for us. Although if he wants 3 million, never mind. Yeah, that could conceivably be like a first line winger for us if he's still there. If we're able to shed some salary. Emerson Edom, 86 body checking, 87 speed. Never really put it together, but I feel like that is the absolute perfect thing for us until I saw what he wanted, money-wise. I'll offer him that. There's no telling if he'll actually take it or not. I would hope he does, but Jason Pominville, yeah, a little high overall. Josh Wilkins has low body checking. Bill Sweat, he's a little older, but for what we want to have on our roster, I'm willing to sign a guy older until we get more draft picks through the system. Greg McKegg, 77 body checking, how 75 overall. Yeah, that'd be a good third line center. Two-way deal, yeah. All that looks good. Gerald Mayhew, a little bit low body checking. Lindbergh's too high overall. Letestu's same thing, yeah. Ryan Lomberg, I've got him in multiple franchise modes. I'm gonna offer him. See if Calgary wants to match. It'll be like 925, the high end of a two-way deal. They're probably gonna match, but you know, worth the shot anyway. I don't like passion and acceleration though there. Devin Setaguchi though. I can't say he never put it together because, I mean, he had a good season, at least, in the NHL level. And had some somewhat good ones. But, he doesn't want a two-way deal, which he doesn't, never mind. Bye. Christian Juice. He'd be great, but he's gonna want a little bit of money. Jordan Schroeder doesn't have body checking. Ryan Murphy, on the other hand, could use some right-handed defensemen. He never really lived up to the billing of 12th overall pick. So we'll sign him. He'll probably be a first or second pairing defenseman down in the AHL. Berglund's a little bit too high. Or Johansson. Stuart Percy, another former first round pick. I'll sign him a 1-year deal. Put him down the AHL as well. Niemanen, a little low on body checking. Jericho, what's his overall? 77. Does he happen to want a two-way deal? He does. I think we're gonna put him down there. So if anything, our AHL team will be competitive this year, which, you know, we might get someone good out of it. Mario Kempe. Ooh, Chris Weidman. Right-handed. Does he want a two-way deal? Does not. Thanks for coming. Bourneval. I like the speed and the body checking. He fits the system a little bit more than some of the people we've offered so far, but everyone will at least fit what we want here. Delzato, don't really need him. that guy is really low overall. Tim Heed. Probably not going to want a two-way deal. We'll see anyway. He does not. Matthias Tedenby. Former first round pick of the Devils. 78 body checking, 86 speed. Can he be a center or is he a winger? He can play center. 73 face-offs, so not the greatest center, but still can play center. So, I think he'll be our fourth line center in the AHL. Still looking to see who else we can sign here. Ooh, Jeremy Morin. 73 overall, he's right-handed. Wants a two-way deal. So, I'll round out our actual lineup down the AHL. Provided everyone signs at least. Also, Chris Summers. So, as far as forwards, we just need extra help. So, Patrick Hager, 83 body checking, 86 speed. I think he's as good as any. Can he play center, though? Yeah, he can. Another 10 and B type. Granted, we're not really looking for the highest potentials or overalls, at least in year one, where we're relying more off free agency than our what was I going for? Our drafted players. Frank Mauer cannot hit worth a lick. Bellemare, Marcel Gotch. I am a little low on body checking. Marian Gaborik, who I sunk the offensive stats since he most likely won't play again. Could always sign him, but basically useless signing there. Nosich. Yeah, a little too high. Wow, Sashnikov's just free agent in general. Does he want a two-way deal? Because I'll give it... Yeah, he doesn't, but I might be able to lowball him a little bit. And that would probably round out our roster. Probably could use a third goalie in the AHL. Guys like Raymaker, Sandstrom, Elvis Merlikins. Yeah. Oh, 750, if that's even better. Yeah, I'll take Elvis Merlikins. I did want to trade away one of our draft picks, Jesse Koskin-Korva. I want to say I had him down because he didn't fit our system here. Yeah, not really fast and not really checking. So honestly, I will just take a 2024 7th. Literally. Yep, cool. We're fine with that. So I don't think any others players should have any problem signing with us other than maybe Matt Duchene. Till advanced day. Okay, 2 players sign at least. A trade offer. The Chicago Blackhawks want a first round pick from us. Already gonna say no at that. And Corey Schneider, but they'll give us Duncan Keith, who's on an equally as bad deal. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Thanks though. Advance one more day. Lomberg's maybe coming. Good there, good there, good there. Saw that Emerson Edom signed, so just make sure we still have 7 million. Okay, that's not good. We have 6.3. So looks like someone else is gonna get dealt. Dale Weiss, Matt Martin. Yeah. I think it's gonna have to be Dale Weiss. Just because the way I had him slotted in now, he would be a second line winger. And obviously, if we got guys like Melker Karlsson, Zach Kassian, even if we call it Kagerlitsky. So he would pretty much be expendable. Buffalo wants him. I'll take like a 3rd, maybe 4th round pick back. They have 3 firsts this year. I meant it 3rd. Try 2021 3rd. That's too high. So we'll take a 4th and a 6th from this year. Still a little too high. Take off 6th. For 4th, yeah, we'll take it. Not gonna go full worry yet, as we might be getting more trade offers throughout the season. So that should put us up to like 8 mil in cap space. 7.8. Definitely enough to sign Mr. Duchene. Lomberg staying with Calgary. Oof. He does not want to sign with us because he doesn't think we're going to win now. Speaking of trade offers, Melker Karlsson a 7th for a 4th from the Kings. I don't think that's Karlsson's 78 overall. He's not going to get any better, already being 27, but as far as actually fielding a competitive team this year, I think we'll keep him around for that trade offer. Okay, Duchene doesn't think we're going to be winning. Still doesn't have any other offers, so guess we'll go up to 7 at 7.7 because lucky number 7s. If he doesn't want that, well, I tried at least. Although we should see if anyone else changed teams of note. Just our 3 trades. Patrick Maroon to Buffalo. Brian Boyle to the Maple Leafs. Dan Girardi to Florida. Brandon Peary to Nashville. So, yeah, basically No one of note. Come on, Duchesne, you can do it. Maybe. Oh, man. You're really being a pain in my side. Still want you on this team, though. Although, we do have 8.7 million now in cap space. If we can't get more, or Duchesne, who would be the next line? Richard Panic, we looked at earlier. Would be one. A lot of RFAs. Yes. We could have like Zach Aston Reese. We'd at least be able to get Ron Hainsey. Or not Ron Hainsey. Why did I say Ron Hainsey? Richard Panic. Not even close. Could probably sign like Vanek. He's a little slow, but he would probably still fit in with what we'd want on this team and would be a big name. Okay. Because I don't want to give him a long-term deal at like over 8 mil. So we'll go 1 year, 8.4 million. It's basically us going for broke. Scott Wilson a second and a third for Pittsburgh first, and Yuso Ricola. I mean, I feel like we're not going to be a great team this coming season. So I don't really see the need in getting that first round pick, because our second round pick will probably be like maybe 10 spots lower. So I think we're gonna decline for now. Duchesne still hasn't gotten back to us yet. Yeah, we're not adding in a $5 million salary. I'm just telling you that now. Come on, Matt. Another $6 million salary this time. There we go, Matt Duchesne, first line center for the Oakland Raiders. Oh, ow. I had to stretch out my leg there. Third and fifth, basically the switch toward Sam Brook and Matt Bolesky, which I'm good. I'll keep Sam Brook. Okay. Free agency wise, we have $1.2 million left in cap space. I probably could sign an extra forward. I might revisit that closer when the season starts. Although, being that Peter Chiarelli is our GM, there is one trade that I do want to at least look at entertaining. Oops. He followed him from Boston to Edmonton, so why not follow him from Edmonton to Oakland here? Now, if they'll take this straight up, Corey Schneider for Milan Lucic. They don't want it. We can't really retain salary on that. You know, honestly, I give up like a fourth. If you still don't want it, fine. It's not dire enough that you'll... Well, that's like all we can retain. You know, I'll go up to a third because this would be a trade that Shirley would make. They just don't want Corey Schneider's contract. I don't even know if there's anyone else on our team that we could trade to fill that salary space. Nah. Unless we're putting like 2 or 3 people on the block. Edmonton, I tried. Tried to get Milan Lucic from me, but he just didn't want it. Okay, so we'll go up to like almost the end of August. See what other trade offers we get. Trading one of our top picks from last year to move up around. I think we're good. Actually, before we go farther, just gonna see if anyone now switched sides in free agency. Oh, Dallas got David Perron from St. Louis for a first rounder. Okay. Jordan Binnington to Buffalo. Matt Cullen to the Islanders. We got Matt Duchene. Mike Smith to Chicago. Okay, that's an interesting one. Anders Lee to Nashville. Wow. I mean, a lot of the big names still have not signed. So Eric Carlson's still out there. Mitch Marner, Braden Point, William Karlsson, even UFAs like Everly, Chara. So we'd move down 2 rounds. What does Martinez look like? Because if he's like 80, 81 overall with no trade value. 81 overall, but he does have trade value. You know, for right now I'm going to hold off because that second round pick will likely be basically a first round pick. Scott Wilson, second or fourth for Eunice Donskoy. We can't afford to pay him either, San Jose's. Fourth Alexia for Kruger, fifth and another fifth. We're good. Don't really need Marcus Kruger that badly. I did set the trade block to basically taking every single deal, so that is why we are getting as many deals as we are. Nick Dowd. Gonna say no, but I want to say yes. But is he really worth a third round pick in Yuri Laterra? Because he does have 85 speed, 84 body checking. I don't want to get rid of Laterra. So it goes down to, is he worth the third? Basically, I'd move a guy like Matt Martin out of my lineup and on to the extra forwards, which I'm fine with. Dowd would be like a third line winger. You know, we're gonna do it, take the chance. See if it comes back to bite us. We're not trading Alexeyev. People also want Sandbrook, which is surprising. He's 7th defenseman potential, but we'll hold on to him. Maybe the game is showing us something that we should know. Okay, let's see where we're at in free agency. Not that we're going to acquire anyone else, but okay, looks like Marner and Erik Karlsson are off the board. The top UFA still out there is Patrick Berglund, so people might not have signed for the money they wanted, but goalies they haven't signed at all, so Bobrovsky's still out there. Oh, I see. Mitch Marner to the Flyers. Okay, trades Shane Gersich and a second to Carolina for Tyler Ennis going to Washington. Caden Primo and Noah Juleson to Carolina for Jordan Staal going back to Montreal. Boris Katchuk to Philly. Tampa gets another defenseman, David Schlemko. Signings, Mitch Marner, yep, to Philadelphia. 7-year deal. Philly gets Toronto gets 4 first-round picks in return. That is major. A lot of depth signings. Yeah, a lot of depth signings. Marcus Pettersson going to the Ottawa Senators. Pittsburgh gets a 2nd-round pick back. Jordan Eberle, 1-year deal at Detroit. Tyler Ennis was part of that trade after he signed with Carolina. Jason Pominville also to Detroit. Ooh, Jacob Trouba going to the Rangers. The 1st and the 3rd Winnipeg receives back in compensation. Alex Chason to Vancouver. Richard Panik to the Islanders. Antoine Vermette. Thomas Vanek to Ottawa. Carolina gets Tyler Myers. Joe Thornton going to Ottawa. Zdeno Chara to Arizona. That's have fun. New Jersey gets Marcus Johansson back. Erik Karlsson to the Islanders on a 1-year deal. Okay. Adam Ernie. Trade up goes to Florida. I guess no compensation needed. Yeah. If anything, that Erik Karlsson deal was surprising. Any RFA we can reasonably get for a lower amount. Cattail, hi. How you doing? We have 895,000 in cap base. Okay, Zach Aston Reese. We could get. I'm gonna put our egg into that basket. Cattail again. Bye. See ya, Eddie. Fingers crossed. He signed it. Is Pittsburgh going to match it? Dang it. I mean, I should have seen that coming. What does Brett Conley want for 1 year? Still wants money. I honestly don't think we're going to be able to offer anyone what they want unless it's like David Riddick. He still wants money. And so I'd say we are probably finished with our free agency period. So we'll sim up to the preseason before we get another trade offer. Porvietki, nah, we're good. Even though he's a hitter, he's not the fastest skater, so I think we're good. I think we'll end it there. We're at preseason. So when we return, we will start year 1 with our Oakland Raiders here with Coach John Gruden and Peter Chiarelli. Maybe even get Milan Lucic. Who knows? We'll see. Thanks for watching.